I got the invitation like a slap across the face. Mom's text was brief and sharp: family table. Black tie. Don't embarrass us. The venue? The St. Claremont Estate, host of the city's most elite charity gala. My family had been attending these glittering rituals for decades. My father sat on multiple nonprofit boards. My mother presided over the Opera Society. My sister Lila married into the Kensington family, their fortune and name making them untouchable in these circles. And me? I was the family's mistake. At 31, I'd spent nearly a decade coordinating medical supply chains in East Africa, building hospitals, clinics, and clean water initiatives. To my family, that was cute charity work, a polite term for something they considered beneath them. What they didn't know was that 7 years ago, I'd taken my grandmother's inheritance and founded the Callahan Global Health Foundation. We began with small clinics in Kenya and Tanzania, expanding to maternal health programs, clean water projects, and education initiatives across 18 countries. Last year alone, we disbursed $847 million in grants. Our endowment now sits at $3.20 billion. That I had kept all this entirely separate from the Callahan's social world. My board knew me as Dr. Mara Callahan, using my grandmother's maiden name. No family influence, no gilded handshakes, just pure impact. 5 years ago, when the St. Claremont estate went on the market, my foundation purchased it. We rented it to nonprofits at below market rates. The hospital paid $50,000 a year, a fraction of what a commercial venue would charge. Tonight, the estate was mine. That I arrived in a midnight blue gown. The chandeliers blazed like captured stars, and the florals spilled color across the grand ballroom. My family's table was toward the back, as if to hide me in plain sight. Lila and her husband Henry sat with his parents, the Kensingtons. Mom smiled that perfect society smile. Dad shook hands with the hospital chairman. Mara, Mom said, air-kissing my cheeks, you look lovely. Try not to overwhelm the donors with your African adventures. I nodded, suppressing a laugh that could have shattered their careful composure. Lila hugged me warmly. Still expanding the maternal health network, she whispered. Henry's mother, Victoria Kensington, swiveled her diamond-encrusted head toward me. 70 years of imperious glare. Charity work abroad, Mom explained quickly. So noble. Victoria's tone said the opposite. Henry chimed in casually about my rustic living conditions, as if that explained my supposed naivety. I ignored them, wandering among the silent auction displays while my family clung to their social predators. Dinner arrived. $500 plates of chicken. Victoria held court about strategic giving. We support institutions demonstrating excellence, she lectured. Henry nodded solemnly. Due diligence is crucial. We ensure funds are invested wisely, not emotionally. Every word was a dagger aimed at the work I'd spent my life building. I let them have their performance, then came donor recognition. Bronze, silver, gold, applause, smiles, photo flashes. My family beamed at the Kensington's platinum tier. Cameras captured every nod and bow. The world admired wealth masquerading as virtue, yet ignored the quiet labor of real impact. Douglas Whitmore, the hospital chairman, stepped to the microphone. One final recognition, the diamond level. Contributions exceeding $5 million. This year, we have a single donor. Their foundation has supported our hospital and global health initiatives. They requested anonymity, but tonight we honor them. My phone buzzed. Executive Director, heads up. They insisted on public recognition tonight. My heart beat like a drum. For 3 years, we'd quietly funded the hospital's care for low-income patients. $112 million, no headlines, no applause. Now, all at once, the room would know. Douglas scanned the audience. Dr. Mara Callahan, are you here? Silence. Hundreds of eyes turned. My parents froze, faces draining of color. Victoria's mouth twitched. Lila whispered my name. Slowly, I stood. Every gaze fixed on me, the daughter they dismissed, hidden, and underestimated, the walk across the ballroom was surreal. Platinum donors clapped for six-figure contributions. I passed without flinching. Douglas shook my hand warmly. $12.4 million over 3 years, Dr. Callahan. Largest private donation in hospital history. 6 times the Kensington's contribution. That I took the microphone. The images of our clinics, schools, and water projects lit the screens behind me. The Callahan Global Health Foundation was founded 7 years ago to address healthcare gaps worldwide. We operate in 18 countries, focusing on clinics, maternal health, clean water, and education. Last year, we distributed $847 million in grants. Our endowment is $3.2 billion, and we aim to exceed $1 billion in annual giving within 2 years. Gasps rippled through the room. The mothers, fathers, and socialites who had laughed at my phase were silent. I scanned my family. Some of you think working in rural Africa is less serious than attending gala dinners, I said. Real philanthropy is about the mother in Tanzania accessing prenatal care, the child in Uganda surviving because our clinic had antibiotics, the village in Kenya drinking clean water for the first time. One more thing, the estate we're in? Owned by my foundation. We bought it to make nonprofits' lives easier, to offer a home for causes that matter. The room was still. Preston's face purple with disbelief. Victoria looked like she'd bitten something bitter. Mom and Dad couldn't speak. Douglas finished. Dr. Callahan, on behalf of the hospital and every family you've helped, thank you. Applause erupted, then standing ovation. The room no longer saw me as a charity worker, they saw a philanthropist whose foundation dwarfed every other contribution in that hall. Returning to my table, I felt no triumph, no revenge. Just clarity. Mom's mask had cracked. Dad's jaw hung open. Lila squeezed my hand. I'm proud of you, she whispered. I didn't need their validation anymore. I had built something meaningful without their name, without their approval. The rest of the evening blurred. Invitations, inquiries, partnerships, they came flooding in. My family remained trapped in their social calculus, suddenly aware that their world was smaller than they thought. The next day, the society pages revealed my identity. My foundation's $3.2 billion endowment made headlines, overshadowing every platinum donor in the room. Weeks later, Mom sent a long handwritten apology. Dad tried calling. I didn't respond. I continued building hospitals, schools, water systems, and maternal health programs across Africa. My family learned about it through newspapers. Just like everyone else, the Callahan Global Health Foundation grew exponentially. Unsolicited donations, university partnerships, international collaborations poured in. I no longer waited for validation, no longer sought applause. The impact was tangible, lives saved, communities transformed, and every time I opened a clinic, met with partners, or approved a grant, I remembered the back row seat, the whispered dismissals, the family who never believed. Some people need validation to feel worthy. I had learned to be enough for myself.